Hello. This is Ducks in Space, and this little thing is recorded after I played today. But I wanted to return and make this video and put it in the beginning of today's episode because I instead of putting up the I have made another recording of what happened up to this event of today's recording, but it was before I had the Starrunner source book, and it went a bit slow to my taste. It was okay recording, but I felt that today's and last night's episodes, this entire recording for this session went really well. So actually, I want to not put up the the in-between recording, and I'm just here now going to give you guys a resume of what happened up till now. Yeah. What happened was that, as we know, the crew of Elke, Misat and Opto, they are considered outlaws in their home sector. They had to flee, and somehow they managed to either, we don't know what happened, but it could be a warp gate or something that transported them, sort of a warp gate out to the outer space, away or a traveling waypoint out from the home sector, and they landed right in. Let's get it up. Yeah, in this sector. More precisely, right about. Let me get it up here. So this is completely in the middle of the base hex map, and it's where we have our stellar sun, and the area was filled with damaging magma outbreak of the double sun, and they had to turn around, and they changed course and flew down to the southeast on the hex map, but it's in a three-dimensional space. But they ended up. I lost my mouse. Here. And here they were contacted by some rebels via some sort of old school signaling Morse code that they needed help, is what sort of a distress call. And they were hiding among the debris of a completely blown apart, either huge star station or space station, something like that, maybe even several, that was shot to pieces. And the debris there's this belt, as you've seen in that episode, the actual one episode, we docked into their hangar. And today's episode we met them and talked with them. So that's more or less what happened. And it's sort of that whole episode took quite some time, and I'm thinking that this resume would speed things up. Hello, hello, space cadets. I did not actually plan to make this recording, but I just found an invaluable source. In my previous recording, I talked about my anxiety about going on a space adventure because I did not have any procedures sort of for it. I missed like the sandbox generator of the for a space situation for hex crawling in space. And I went looking and looking and looking all throughout the interwebs, and I could not find any. And I'm even half librarian, so it took me some skills. I don't know. I had apparently to phrase the sentence in the right way or whatever, and what have we. And then on Drive-Through RPG, I found the following. Boom! Will you look at that? The Starrunner kit. Let me remove myself a bit here. This is, as you can see, a Sci-Fi space toolkit DIY RPG Productions. And it's compatible with WhiteStar. OMG. And this has everything I need to do space exploration. Compatible with WhiteStar. So yes, you guess right, I am very, very satisfied with that found. So now I feel that some weight has been taken off my shoulders, because this product is Spitzenklasse. And right, what I needed for my solo play. It's full of tables for everything I could even dream of. So we are of course going to use that. It has procedures for traveling in space. It has encounters. It has city encounters. It has found on the body. It has extra advanced gear, alien gear. It has rules for hover bikes. It has rules for mechs. It has crafting a space station, crafting a planet on the fly. Okay, so I of course had to put my excitement somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to hide it though, because before I actually found this, I felt that I made a hex map and I put a double star in the middle of the map, and that was all I had, because I thought I was going to like the crew flew to an unknown sector, and I was just thinking that I could find everything in the sector while exploring, scanning the hexes and whatnot. But I felt it was a bit too lonely in the darkness of space. So what I actually did was with my own imagination and watching Spaceland creator, I can't remember his name, for HexKit, a video he made of making a hex base map. And I found that really, really, really both as a creative experience and also an artistic experience. So I tried to make my first full-fledged space map. And it also fit with my idea that I'm not going like to play in Traveler or like Traveler, where you have a vastness of space and hundreds of worlds. I play a space opera here, and I need a smaller sector. I need to start smaller. So there might be more sectors. There is, of course, there is. It's the infinite space, but for my purpose here, I wanted to start smaller. So I made a new hex map, but inspired from the old with the double star and the encounters we met in the asteroid field. So let's get it up here. Yeah. And maybe we need to rearrange stuff a bit around here. Because where do I fit? Maybe make myself smaller. I'm disappearing. In this corner down here. So I gave the whoopsie. I gave the sector. I haven't given the sector a name yet. Perhaps I should do that. But as you can see, we still have the double suns as our star, as our solar stars, our solar system stars, or suns, however you like it. It's a double star, and if you remember, we came to a halt right inside the center, next to the sun, in a plasma field, and our ship took some damage. And I don't know how I did that. I forgot that we landed there, and I think I actually took us out quite easily of the plasma field, but we did take some damage. Yeah. What else? Yeah. We rolled a lot of stuff last time to sort of get a plot going. We met some space rebels in hiding, and we haven't talked to them yet. Really, we've just communicated through old school Morse code with lights. But we've docked into their hangar on a hidden. I'm not going to say it's a space station. It's more of a ramshackle spaceship, sort of, that is able to hide amongst the debris, which we found in the area. And we are also quite close to an asteroid field, huge asteroid fields. Yeah. And we rolled that somebody is watching us and perhaps them. I should also mention again that the crew, my crew, Elke's crew, is a band of outlaws. Perhaps not in this section, and I don't think that our criminal history or criminal successes has reached this corner of the universe. However, we also rolled that we still have to meet and greet with these rebels, but I rolled that they needed help with some message. And we actually also rolled that using space randos, which I'm not going to use anymore since I found the new source resources, space runners. I rolled that. Yeah, sorry, I'm jumping around here. They had some sort of communication problem, and I think there are smaller enclaves or around this debris, and they need to be able to communicate with each other, but the communication line is sort of broken. So we're going to help them fix that, either by fixing whatever the transmitter, the signal transmitters, or we have to deliver, like, physically a message to some of the other rebels hiding in the debris field. So yeah, let us actually maybe, and I would still like to point out that I'm learning as I go. So when I'm using these tables, I might be slow to begin with, but but I want to get a hang of it. Actually, two more things before I start. It looks kind of clustered right now, the map. I made some big planets and I made some smaller planets, and maybe they are, some of them are bigger, but I don't know. Space is three-dimensional. I would even say four-dimensional. So, but some of the planets look small. They might be big. We don't know yet. But the planets that are bigger are sort of closer in my mind. So closer to the what they in the book called the core, and then we get up to the outer regions of the sector. So, and I'm going to. There are some rules in Starrunner where it has some time keeping. For instance, like it takes time to travel. The further you travel, the more time it takes. And then they also talk about warp gates, or I think they call them jump gates. But anyways, because I want to incorporate that it takes time to travel, I've also incorporated warp. What's the name? Actually, the name. See, I have to expand my sci-fi vocabulary. Um, warp gates. Yeah, sorry. So that they can travel to some of the further regions, some of the more populated outer areas, and they can travel there quite fast with warp speed or warp jumping. And that's the arrowed lanes you can see here. I can see that I've made arrows going this way and that way, but I would actually say that you can go both ways. And then I made an intersector where you can actually choose, if you're flying on this warp gate, you can actually choose 3 directions here, and the same goes if you're going this way, or this way, or this way. So it's an intersector where you sort of can shift tracks and jump to these regions. I did put some names to the planets as well. I have no idea what these planets, because it's still a new sector to us, what these planets sort of who are the inhabitants and who's living there, and nothing. And I also made some space stations, some of the known space stations that are sort of, even though it's new to us, the space stations are sort of known. You can sort of, if you have your smartphone, you can look them up. But I haven't made names for them yet. But we're also going to run into other space stations that we can't see on the map, and space derelicts, and perhaps even a hidden planet or two. And of course, we're going to meet the inhabitants of this sector. It could be space pirates, mercenaries, truckers, weird aliens find crazy artifacts and they're like, yeah, I guess that's it for tonight's disclaimers. So I think I'm going to jump right into action now after uh, 10 minutes of talking or so. Actually 15 minutes, 16 minutes now. Okay. I'm going to, what am I going to do? Yeah, you can see here through the yellow hex thingy here in the middle that we are here right now. And in the last episode, we were just walking up to them saying hello. So that's where we start. And I think I'm going to try to see if I can roll up the leader using the resources just got. And it's made by let me actually also note that by Mike Evans, Wrath of Zombie. I think I've run upon that name somewhere else in the OSR DIY stratosphere. Sure though, it sort of rings a bell. Let's see the index here. Tools and tables. Pirates and Raiders generator. It's not hyperlinked, but I mean, as I said again, this resource is vulnerable. Vulnerable? Oh, never mind. Very valuable to me. Invaluable. Yeah, we're going to use this and then also roll on the NPC generator. There's also one. I think maybe also it could be fun to roll space station, even though I said it's not a space station. It's sort of a spaceship slash space station. And let's actually use the hex kit to describe it in, or put the notes down in. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to, hang on, where are my dice? I forgot my dice. Damn it. But I'm back again with my rusty dice. So I am going to generate a rebellious sort of slash pirate raider gang group here, and I need a 12-sided die for that. And I actually think I'm going to write in my notebook. Yes. How are we going to do this? This is still day one. And I also need to make track of the what hex we are in. So let's check that out. Yes. So this is day one, and it's in hex 0808, and we are in an debris field. And what else? Yeah, Going to write a few journal entries here. Yeah, I skipped the part where we took damage. I'm going to repair that. It's a minor damage. We met, or we were signaled by, I'm going to paraphrase that, rebels in the debris field. And paraphrase, they obviously they are obviously in hiding. Yeah. I'm going to write again here. Someone is watching us. I don't know how we sense that. Have we seen any signs, perhaps? Or is Misat's alien mystic extrasensory powers able to sense something? I don't know. Do we see signs? Do we see a shadow on the debris? Someone watching us. So for now, actually, I'm going to say that the ship has a cloaking device, but I think I need to roll. It's so they can't see where we actually land. Maybe they're able to see if they're watching us now. They're able to see that we landed on the docking bay of this space station slash spaceship. But I think I need to make a roll for this. I think it's 1 in 2 chance plus my jury rig ability. Let's get the character sheet. Oh yeah, I need to open the character sheets in another program. I need to be able to read them. Let's hope that OBS doesn't crash. Quite hefty on the program to run so many programs. I need to open all of my characters. And the last character. Here. Okay. Elke. So either Space Ace or Jury Rig. Maybe I should actually learn the game, look it up. I will familiarize myself with the game as we Turn it. There's nothing per se. It's actually in space combat. But let's actually look at cloaking device. This modification allows a starship to cloak. See page 49. The starship fires a weapon or activates its shield, while cloak is immediately becomes visible. This modification may be purchased. Page 49. A starship with cloaking device modifier may render itself invisible. An invisible starship can be attacked. Okay, so I can just activate it. Okay, then that's quite easy to get away from our enemies, I guess. There must be some sort of label restriction there, but anyways. So okay. Let's say that we activated and we can have a meeting in privacy for now. So I'm going to roll that group up. An 8. The rebels. So I'm rolling their name first. The Ironclads. I could come up with my own name. Their motivation. No. I'm going to re-roll that. Okay, this is a dodgy one. Their main motivation is to smuggle drugs and weapons to underground movements. Yeah, so they're sort of a support group. Okay. Their lead. Okay, I have to write this. What was it again? Smuggle drugs and weapons to underground movements. I'm going to say weapons, not drugs. Motivation. Smuggle weapons to underground movements, aka rebels. Their leader, oopsie, is a. Oh, it's a name. Okay. I think it's something like Yule. Why Yule? And we also wrote actually they were sort of half breeds between human and alien. Yule. What sort of what are their fleet? Oopsie. Actually, I wrote it too. But, okay. 2d4. Got any d4s out, so I'm going to Get that out. 2d4 plus stunt fighters. They have 6 stunt fighters. So these are the smaller, maneuverable combat ships. Lead, and then they have 1 gunship. Ooh, that's a hefty one. But I'm going to say that the base here itself is the gunship. Okay. And I'm going to roll a space station on the space station generator. I think. Or maybe not. Let's see. I'm going to try to see if we get some nice results. I'm just going to say that it's a sparse population. 100 plus 1d 100 inhabitants. So 111 inhabitants. Oh, yeah. And these 6 interesting features near station. 4. Near the space station is strange space creatures. Interesting places or place. Space creature near station. Could that be the thing that is watching us? Maybe. We don't know. D8 space station problems. Oh my god, where is this D8 when you need it? Here. That's an 8. Part of station destroyed. Shortage of needed supplies. Yeah, we sort of already knew that. It's a ramshackle place. D10 underground interest. This is interesting. A1. Station is great meeting location for various parties. Uh-huh. For rebels. Going to run. Meeting place for. It says D10 and then it says percentage. Why does it do that? Let's see. Is it a 10% chance of a I don't get it. Why is a percentage rating? or a holographic entertainment room. So, type of station. Yeah, I'm not going to roll that. Maybe I should roll that initially, but yeah, of course they could have rebuilt it. Younger salvage outpost. Yeah, that fits. So, because then it really fits actually. What else? A D20. 13. Interesting leader of station, if desired. It's funny because I was given a name before, wasn't it? Something with you. Oh yeah, okay, so it's a mixed table down here. So here, Ren Drake, scoundrel. Ren, Kylo Ren. I don't know. I don't like that name. Uh, the leader is some sort of half-breed of alien and human. So, okay, that is what I'm going with. But do I need, and I can come up with a name. Also a better name than you. Leader, his name is it him, her, or non-binary? But to use, I have three-sided. I have a three-sided die somewhere. Or it's a D3. It's not really three-sided. Here it is. A 2. So that's a she actually. Um, a salvage junker leader who smuggles weapons, who um, has maybe a bar with holographic entertainment. What's her name? And their name were the Ironclads. So are they clad in iron? Maybe they have some sort of robot fashion. They all want to look like robots. They're clad in iron. I don't know. I don't know why. I get the sense that her name should be Millie. I don't know why. Millie? Millie 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 what? Millie Millie Vanilli? Millie the silly? Maybe Millie the wrench. I don't know why. That's the spark or the spark. That's the inclination I got. So maybe she has a wrench as a weapon. I'm thinking she's quite tough and maybe quite big. Let's go with that. Merely the wrench. So let's use gum to roll the scene. Design the scene. How it all the scene starts. 15. A random, redundant event, ambiguous situation, law, setting specific. Yeah. So nothing bad happens. So I think that Millie the Wrench sort of greets us and we greet back. And that oh, I have a hair in my nose. That they sort of uh, say that we look like somebody who could be trusted or something. And then we share some. They ask us who we are, and I think we tell them who we are, and that we also are some sort of uh, uh, part-time rebels. So we could share a common goal, and then they tell us of their problem. I think we go back to the holographic entertainment room in the bar and have a drink. And they ask us if we can help them. But why is it that we need to help them? Why is it that they can't do it themselves? Is it because they saw on our... Oops, sorry. Did they scan us and saw that we have a cloaking device? So that they don't have that? They're hiding in the shadows of the asteroids? Or the debris? So they need us to... Because we have a cloaking device, maybe. And because we are not known to their opposition, so we can actually move more unhindered than they can. I don't know. They ask us to help them, but is it with transporting a message, or is it with establishing uh, sort of is it like fixing? Because I'm a pilot and I can fix stuff. They wanted us to repair some signal communication link, some comlinks or something. What is their problem? Is it a message that we need to deliver? I'm going to ask, so it's 50-50. No, and we're not going to deliver a message. So it's quite strongly a no. We have to repair comlinks, set up comlinks somewhere. I think, I don't know, is it obvious that this I'm going to ask the GM if this creature was quite obvious nearby? So maybe it's actually they tell us that I'm going to ask the Oracle, is the space creature dangerous? Or is it is it neutral towards the ironclads? No, and It's actually the creature that not neutral ground, and it's the creature that has broken the comlinks. Maybe build a nest in them. Something. Eat it. Okay. Um, Great then. That sounds like quite a thing they ask of us. But we can use our cloaking device. So why should we help them? Do they? Is it for the righteous cause, the rebel cause, or is it just? Can they actually give us something? Maybe actually what they can give in return is a hiding place. Because they're so well hidden here in the debris. Because someone is watching us. I maybe need to ask no, can't ask the GM that. I was thinking about asking whether it was the uh, creature that was watching us. I don't think it is. I think the creature is something else. I think those who are watching us is these rebels, these ironclads, they rebel against their opposition. I guess you can rebel against menacing space creature. So actually, speaking of space creatures, is there a space creature in Starrunner, or do I have to look elsewhere? Going to check Space Run. Starrunner, sorry, Starrunner kit. I really are there any new creatures in here? What do I need to find it? What's on the tables? Uh, Maybe I need to get White Star core book up and find uh, find creatures. Uh, Mechanics, Cyborg Replica, Alconmen, Belinoids, Grace. These sound more like race, like like aliens that we could actually meet, like humanoids. Odays, gnome-like creature with pointed ears and oddly colored skin. They speak in riddles and jests with hides remarkable wisdom, which hides remarkable wisdom. Udays are use meditations as 7-level star knight. Oh my Jesus Christ, is this like um I forgot his name. How could I? How can I forgot his name? Uh, Yoda. This is Yoda. Raccoons, Quinlans, Space Savage Putin. These are very humanoid, like very dope space, dope space opera. Very soapy, but that is what I like. The Bumbledog, giant flea, Insectus. Oh, that's living asteroid. Oh, oh, this could be something perhaps. Living asteroids are strange creatures that live in the void of space and look unsurprisingly like asteroids. They attack passing starships by opening their rocky mouths and swallowing passing vessels. Oh my god. Living asteroids use the rules for starship combat, detailed on page 47. They have a set number of hit points instead of randomized hit points, but act as having a shield strength static of 0. Huh? What? Because they are often mistaken for asteroids, they surprise on a ooh, 1 in 4. It's sort of like the mimic 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 asteroid. Are there any other big? There's a chrome ooze. The Polaris is an animal that animalistic fire that seeks to consume everything it touches. What the hell? The power sucker. Batfish. Sandworm. Gytopus. Is an alien beast that appears almost exactly like the aquatic octopus. Pods of Skytopi fly through the air, typically at low altitudes, by waving tentacles around seemingly random fashion. I love how this is written. Each has a large beak that is used to tear away at carrion meat. Oh my god. The space monkey. Stellar dragon. Okay. We're not going to say that it's a stellar dragon, but I love the rock, the asteroid, the living asteroid. And if we look at our map, get it up. Actually, it's very, very, very close to the. There is no. That's actually debris. but it's a mix. There's a sort of I drew when I made the map sort of a debris field coming across or underneath the uh, and like a two-layered asteroid field. Yes, there is actually here over here. It just said there is actually there could be an asteroid here as well, but in hex 0907 there is actually an asteroid, but there could be a smaller asteroid here in 07, no, 0807. So I'm going to say that the asteroid would be in one of the neighboring regions, and that would be either, and I'm going to write that, of course, this, what was the name of this creature again? Living asteroid. Where does the space creature near station? It's a mimic asteroid. Going to make a small arrow, and it's in. Is it even? I don't think it's in this hex. I think it's in hex 0807, and I'm going to say it could also be in 0907 or in 0908. But there's another interesting. It's a sort of see there. I made this sort of glowing. There's actually a glowing sort of asteroid with some sort of strange astro mass on it. Okie dokie. Okay. So in this mix of debris field and asteroid, there are some sort of signal, sort of, I don't know what it can be, sort of signal transmitters that needs to be fixed. And I'm quite a fixer, or Elke is actually her job. Speaking of that, we would actually need to repair the ship. So how's that done? I can quickly look at it. Quick fix on the Starship. Oh, it's a quick fix, so it's sort of a momentarily repair. But it could be maybe. I'm going to say that it's likely, but I'm going to ask if they have. I think it would just be healed or repaired here. I have not noted what time of day it is, and we're sort of losing. I have noted what day it is, but it's the first day. I haven't noted the day, and I haven't noted what time is it. What time it is. Could be. Let's roll a three-sided die. It's in the morning. And I'm going to say that we only have only a minor damage. So I'm going to say that it does take at least until maybe we're just staying here for the rest of the day because I'm going to say that it takes half a day to repair the ship if they have a. I'm going to say it's likely. I'm asking if they have a repair station. Really? No, but there is one a bit away from here. What? Let me look. Yeah, there is this actually. I made this on the hex map. I made this sort of derelict space station. Maybe they're sort of salvaging parts also from the debris field, but also I think there's lots of stuff to salvage in this debris field because I think it was a sort of a this is a lost civilization, sort of almost of maybe a really huge star, huge star station or space station, or that has been blown to pieces. And also there is another derelict 2 hexes to the east of here. And then there's actually a space station, but we don't know anything about that space station to the 2 hexes, 3 hexes away. They must be able to repair, come on. I'm going to say that they can repair this sort of damage. Not. So, I think what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to say that time passes and the ship gets repaired and it's afternoon, and that we hit the bunks. I'm going to look at the character sheets actually more because when I introduced the character in my last video, I actually forgot to look at the details on them. So I'm actually going to do that starting with Misat. So Misat is the alien mystic, and he is sort of the, if you compare to WhiteBox, he is sort of the magic user combined with uh, an elf, sort of, but more a magic user. But an elf in that he can discover secret doors and portals, passive and actively. Yeah, he has no, actually not yet. He can speak 6 languages. I wanted to come up with them on the fly if we need them. He could just speak them. Very suitable. And I'm of course going to ask the Oracle whether he can speak this language. But then he got gifts. Yeah, he is actually much like an elf. Anyways, he's got the following gifts. He got light, cold portal, and stupor. And stupor was the sleep spell. Bird. Yeah. And then we got up to the flail butt. He's quite armored with a metal body. He can scan and detect life forms. And he's got dark vision. He can self-repair. Uh, oh yeah, he actually had mechanical understanding, so he could actually help repair. So you're getting a bonus from him. Good to know. And then we got Elke. She's sort of, yeah, she's a pilot and she's sort of the mechanic. Does she has anything we need to know of? She has a flashlight, a medkit, rations, and toolkit. What was it again that a toolkit did? I think it can do repairs. Used by pilots and other starship workers for upkeep. Without a toolkit, it's very difficult to to keep the starship top shape. Um, um, oh, sorry, I forgot to show them again. No. So, Elke, yeah, okay. Um, I'm going to say that the shark is back. Got welded new plates to it. Um, so yeah, let's head out. No, let's actually say it's morning, and I think we're going down to the holographic entertainment room to have breakfast. I need to hide thingy. Going to roll on gum to see how the scene kicks off. A 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. I rolled a 2. This is a filler fight, an ambush, an attack, an interruption, or equivalent trouble. I'm going to say that, we roll that many sort of different um, uh, uh, people of interest in Rebel, the Rebel Society. This was a meetup, and it could also be down at where they sell. Uh, it could be a conflict, like an internal conflict. I'm going to ask if it is that, or it's an external. If it's those who are watching us, is it an internal conflict? It is. Yes, and it's okay. Yes, and it's run amok. I think it's a, I think, I think it's a bar fight down at the holographic room. Oh my god! You know, this happens like the Wild West. So there's some probably some weird alien rebels visiting, something like that. Another gang, I don't know. And they're in a. It could be anything. I have no idea, but there's a fight going on at the holographic entertainment room. Blah 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 blah. And I think the fight is going to be. I think we have to sort of. I think that Millie the wrench is there, and she sort of points out to us who those who we need to stop. So we're going to help in the fight. And I'm going to take a small pause because I need to quickly look at the combat rules. I know the rules, but for WhiteBox, and these are the same sort of, but I still have to quickly prepare myself for this fight. So, 1 sec. We're going to have a bar fight in the space station cantina. What sort of I'm interesting. What sort of holographic environment are we in? I'm thinking that it looks like a cantina, but the environment sort of around them, or I don't know, sort of. I dropped the cube. Something. Let's take 3 story cubes and roll and see if we can come up with what sort of environment we're in. uh, that is funny. Actually, I haven't rolled before in my entire lifespan of story cubes. Amazing. But I'm getting an idea. It's a sort of it's a medieval theme. Uh, and it's sort of an archer's tower. Uh, maybe it's in a castle, but there's an arrow and a shooting star. I'm thinking. So yeah, these two are sort of to me connected in that way that would be the medieval thing with the but the shooting star could be all sorts of could also be that it's just like a mixed hologram that we can see the stars also, so it's like we can now is like a background, or maybe once in a while there's this colorful shooting star in the night sky. But we are in or at a tower, a watchtower, I'm thinking. So that's the setting we're in the cantina. Weird. um, yeah. Okay. I'm going to say here that because it's in a cantina, it's chaotic because the whoopsie, yeah, it's a bar fight. Bar fights are chaotic, and people are sort of relatively close. But I'm going to say that our the heroes, the crew, are the following. Elke is, let me actually, I think Elke is the white one. And then our flail robot, Opto, is I don't know, green one, brown one, colorblind. And the blue one is Misat. So the lighter colored buttons are us. What I'm going to do is how we stand is that I'm going to sort of drop them on the table here. We're standing like that. That's pretty neat. I want to check what sort of actually melee the wrench is. So I know it's a bit late to figure that out, but and again, I'm going to use my Calisotus castabouts to roll an animal. Should maybe get that animal list up at some point on the screen. But right now I'm rolling on it. So it's a 36. She is a half raccoon, half alien. So maybe she's a raccoon with antennas. Oh my lord. She's this white button. She's just here in the corner. She's trying to get her crew to stop as well. She's shouting out commands like, "Stand down, men! Stand down!" Something like that. But they're not listening because they're in this intense fight. But I'm going to say maybe that in 4 rounds they're going to listen. So I'm going to keep track of the rounds, and that also will help us to make this fight easier. But that's in 4 rounds, because I'm thinking that it would be kind of crazy to shoot laser pistols in this fight, and then. But I am going to say that these, if we are going to shoot our laser pistols, it will be just to. I mean, we're not going to kill anyone here. We just have to punch them in the face, or so. I'm going to say actually that they are not going to die or anything like that, unless, of course, it's the wish of maybe the wretch. I don't think it is. She's a diplomat after all. And this is the meeting place of all the rebel types. Sorry. But, however, I'm going to roll to see how many it actually is that are fighting that she wants out of the context. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to say a d4, 2 plus a d4. Oh, look at that. That's funny. It's a green die. This is really, really special. Wow. I'm going to use that, obviously. It disappeared, but I can tell you it was a 4. Wow. Anyway, so it's 6. We have 6 here. So, and where are they standing? Ah, And let me put or drop the last one over there. Okay. Okay. So, and the way I plan to do this is that when they, because they don't know what uh, 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 hit die they have, and we're using the chaos range rules, so they can range from a hit die 1 to a hit die 3. So when we are attacking one, we are rolling to see what hit die they are. So there can be some pretty tough ones in here. Okay, and you have to imagine also that we're in this cantina with this tower in the background. I'm actually picturing two towers, and we're in the middle, and arrows and magic. Maybe that's what I rolled. It's two towers, like that game. Um, can't remember the name of it, but where there are like two towers, and we're firing to hit the other tower. So I'm thinking it's like two towers. They're shooting arrows and magic at each other. So that's the sort of the scene we're in. So it's over our heads, and there's in this rundown cantina, there's this bar fight with really a sprawl of aliens and Duckberg humans who are not humans, Duckberg citizens. Wow. Um, but Millie the Wrench pointed out three. I'm going to say that the combat robot, he's sort of a psycho, our Opto. So is he going to listen to... He has both a laser and flails. He's dual flailing. Is he going to listen to Millie the Wrench? I think that's the I think that's the thing with Opto. Oh, I can never remember the simple. Yes, he is going to listen, and he's going to behave, and he's only going to use his flail. Good boy. Um, okay, so I'm going to say that neither of us are surprised because they are in a battle and their awareness is kind of high, and they are used to bar fights. So I'm going to say that nobody here is surprised. So I'm not rolling to see if anybody of the sides are surprised. However, they could be deep in their fight. No, no, I'm not going to say that they're surprised. So initiative. You know what? Actually, because they're fighting maybe some other dudes that I'm not going to put down more buttons. They actually maybe don't know that we're coming. So actually we get a free round. I would say that. I would just determine that they are uh, unable to see us coming in this chaos. Uh, okay. So initiative is sort of given out to us. And there should be enough movement on the characters. They're not that loaded to actually get there. Let me get the, just for sakes, get the. I don't think I, I don't think actually I remember to put the movement down. That is a bit of annoying on my. Uh, is there even movement on the? I think they can move if they're light in combat. They can move 12 and 9 if they're and 6 and 3. I think it is sort of like that. But anyways, I'm going to say that it's our combat droid going to go here and take the first one. And I need, oh, again, I forgot to put the characters up. I'm going to open the character sheets. While we do that, let me just show you. I wanted to see. Yeah, I zoomed in on the hex map, so a bit easier to see. That's it. I'll be with you in a spliff. In a spiff? Is that something you would say in English? In a spiff? Alien Mystic. Yeah, I'm opening on my side here the character sheets in Clip Studio Paint. Yes. So you need to see along. I'm going to open Opto. Yeah, and sorry, I can't move the buttons right now. They're in a fight. And yes, okay. He has +1 to attack rolls. So actually he's going to get a +2 to attack roll. But that's the bonus he's getting. He's pretty well armored. Heavy armor. He's armor class 2 in the range rules. So, and it's going to be interesting because if he is the same die, he's getting, if he is level 1 hit die, Opto is going to get another attack on this guy. But, oh yeah, sorry, let me actually move this back. I have to think here. I need to remember the procedures. So, we are going to back out of that. First, we declare if anybody is going to cast a spell. And then it's the melee phase. No, not melee. Not Chaos Range says melee, but I say missile, then melee, then movement, then melee. So, but the thing is that we're going to cast a spell. And this fight could be over in like this because Missat is going to cast Stupor. Or Stupor, I don't know how to say. Which is a sleep spell. But of course, the sleep spell is really, really powerful in OD&D, so it doesn't hit us. It just hits the opponents, as I read the rules. So, I'm going to have to get the rules up for Stupor. But that's what I'm thinking. Yes, the gift puts targets into sleep-like stupor. One affected targets collapsed. Once at affected targets collapse into slumber. Once affected targets collapse into slumber. My God. The gift affects creatures based on their hit dice according to the table below. So, if it's hit die 1 or below, it's 2d6 plus 3. Targets, if it's hit dice +1, 1 to 2, but this is a mixed group, so Okay, then it's not a mixed group. This is getting too confusing. Hmm. Yes, we're going to continue where I left off. I had to pause the video. But anyways, according to the rules, Misat has to activate the spell or the gift, if we speak in White Star terminology. So he's going to activate his spell. And then it's missile. And we rolled that. I don't think that any one of these. I don't know. I don't have to think. Do they use pistols? I'm going to ask that. And I keep forgetting to roll the ambiguous die along the yes/no die. So I must remember that if I get a 1 on the ambiguous die, we're going to have an ambiguous event according along with the event or with the answer. So are the troublemakers using laser pistols or any other missiles? Yes, I forgot to say that this was my ambiguous die, but so it is. There's no ambiguous event. They are actually using their laser, or not lasers necessarily. We can actually, if we do that, go and see what sort of missiles they use. So we're going to get the ranged equipment. Oh, yeah. There are all sorts of missiles. There's laser pistol, laser rifle, bows, short bow, long bow, crossbow. Pistols, firearms, rifles, grenades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to roll an 8-sided die to see what it is they actually used it. They have light crossbows. How many? Is it all of them? How many are using firearms? Light crossbows. Is it half of them? There's 6. I'm asking the Oracle, is half of them using yes. Yes, and they're firing in every direction or something like that. And they don't hold back. Okay. So we have to stop that. That's sort of we have to I mean if they're using light crossbows, we have to neutralize them. I mean, so but I rolled that he's not going to use his. Okay. So they're not firing at us, I guess, since we have. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. In my version of Chaos Reigns, the opponents have their turn in the same round. As everything happens in the same rounds. That means that if we had initiative, we would shoot first with our, let's say, our missile weapons, and then in the same round, the opponents would shoot their missile weapons. So we are in the same round. But here they actually don't know if we are coming in. So they still have a chance to shoot. And I would say, do they hit any other? Do their crossbows hit any other in the bar? Any other bar fighters? Yes, but it's not deadly. Okay, okay. So they're crazy. And I'm going to say that it's what, half of them? I'm going to say that it's the two that are not, the three that are not connected. So this one, and this one are shooting crossbows, and we have to stop that. So they're firing, but they don't hit anyone. So melee, no movement. So he's going over there, and minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So no. Anyways, missile and movement are in the same phase. So he's running over there, but I want him to wait with that actually, because I am going to shoot with my Elke is going to shoot with her laser pistol before he moves up. So the confusement is real. Where is Elke? Elke, let's get Chaos Reigns up. Elke has +1 to hit with her, and it's a the damage of the laser pistols is 2d6 +1 +2. Sorry. Also, we have to see what. Oh, their hit dice 3 opponents. Oh my god. So, yes, this means that they got 3 attacks, or they can pool attack together. Okay, that's tough. Anyway, she's shooting. And let's get Chaos Reigns up. And I know it's medieval weapons, but let's just say that it's as a short bow. What is the rate of fire on a? We have to check the rules. We have to rate of fire with a laser pistol. It's 2 shots I'm getting, and I don't. With this, I don't go by the Chaos Reigns rules. If you have a rate of fire 2 times, you have a rate of fire of 2 times. So it's pretty short range. So yes. What about the range? Yeah, I can split movement and fire. I can run somewhere else. But blah 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 blah. What sort of armor are they wearing? Light, medium, or heavy? Not thinking they had shields up. Light, medium, or heavy? I'm saying they have armor. They could also be unarmored, but I'm saying they have armor. They're wearing medium armor. So That's like male, right? So that's AC 5. So the target number is 8 to hit these guys. And I have +1. Okay, to my roll. Okay, Ilke is firing at one of the ranged guys, and I'm thinking it's this one over here. Let's see. Yep, that one. 2 times. That's a miss. And a miss. Oh, great. Ba, 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 ba. Actually, they're first shooting now because we had the counter surprise. So Misat can't do anything. He wants to cast the spell, but up to moves over here. Okay, new round. No, they could actually move too, but they didn't see us coming, so they can't. So new round. Who wins the initiative? We are the orange die, and the opponent is the purple die. We won initiative. So we are casting. It's not spells. Yes, spells go first. No, they don't. So it's actually missile first. And Elke, we won the initiative. So Elke is going to fire, and I think they see us now. But Elke is going to fire at the furthest again. That's a hit. Just rolling to see if she hits. That's another hit. So, how much HP has he got? He's got 11 HP. So, I'm rolling the damage. Oopsie. 4 plus 2, that's 6. 6. Oh, she puts him down, actually. So that's 1 out. And now it's missile. No, not missile. Magic. Isn't it? Let me read up. I'm a bit confused now. Yes, missile. So it's movement and magic. Oh, by the way, no, sorry. They have to, because I'm using the Swords and Wizardry rules. So they actually are allowed to shoot first. Let's hope they don't fire at the spellcaster. I think the confusion is too big. They can't see the spellcaster, so they're not going for him. Who are they firing at? One of us at the back. The only one who can fire is actually the one there. Oopsie. This one. This one. Okay. And he has crossbow. He can only fire once. But he can actually. Yes, he can fire once. 1, 2, 3, it's Misat. 4, 5, 6, it's Ilke. Misat, oh my god. He has a light armor. So does he get hit? That's shite. He actually gets hit because they are. No, wait. Do they have plus to their? We don't know. Let's say they don't. Then he doesn't get hit, and his spell casting isn't interrupted. Okay. No one else can fire at this point. So it's magic. They don't have magic. Do we have magic? Yeah, we're first. So they don't have magic, but we're first. So we cast Stupor. So they are 2+. So it's 1d6 opponents that gets affected by Stupor. Woo! Let's roll high. Yes, I rolled a 6. So all of the opponents that we want to put out with Stupor gets affected. They all collapse down. Missat saved the day.